Hey YouTubers, X Factor here. This is Operation Riverside CTF, and I'm going to be the aggressor in this round and see how many flag pulls I can get. It's been 5 or 6 days since I've been able to game really at all because we had our second daughter, another little girl, and I've been watching the beans, our 11-month, by myself. And as Mrs. X Factor would say, that is a full-time job. So between running back and forth to the hospital and taking care of her, no time for these darn old video games. But time to get back in the grind and shake off some rust. And as you can see, I'm in their deployment area trying to steal the little bird. Didn't exactly happen. I've done many videos on how to defend with the tank on this map specifically, and more importantly, how not to waste a tank at mid unless you're saving a cap or defending a flag that's in the middle of the field. And you'll see that in a little bit where we go save a cap or attempt to save a cap. And that's what it's about. People work really hard to get these flags out of deployment. They die over and over and over again. Help them out. See them halfway. And that's going to be the point of this tanking footage right here, is basically support the caps, push from my angle. And the best thing an enemy team can do against you, as I'm looking at my mini-map, is they can be stagnant in mid. And obviously mid is anything in between the two flags in the middle of the map. So this is an outer lane, this is a push lane, this is a defense lane, and obviously you can see a guy being very productive up there with the recon beacon, of course. And I'm kind of surveying the ground before I start to make the push. The last thing you want to do is make a push too fast and be surrounded on the upper left edge by guys with RPGs and soul flames. That's just bad for you. You can hear I'm constantly being locked, and I'm having to break those locks. And right now, I'm actually going to back up just a little bit to figure out where those are coming from. I usually look for a smoke trail. If it's far enough away, you'll see it go high, and sometimes you can't. So I'm really confused as to where this is. And right now, I'm going to play back on this lump of dirt right here and rocks to see if I can pillar another break as people start to rush our flag. And that's the important thing. You have to ask yourself, do we need to be attacking? Do we need to be defending? Where am I needed? Because a lot of times these CTF rounds are super lopsided with the way your troops are deployed. And there is another SOFLAM. If you're gunning a tank, help out. If you're the secondary gunner, help out with the SOFLAMs because they are impossible to hit. Number one, they're hard to see the way the laser designator kind of shows there. And number two, their hitboxes are really quirky. So it looks like we touched the flag. And now I'm going to slowly start to make my push, taking a look at where their armor is. That's important. The last thing you want to do is push up on this flag and be unaware that their armor is literally 15 feet away from you. So I don't want to get too close, right? Get close enough. And another tip as a driver is spam Q as you drive down the road and look forward. And now I can get close because I know there's no mines there. And driving backwards is very important, learning to do so. You got to rely on your mini-map quite a bit, popping smoke as I go. And I see a smoke trail there, but it looks like it's ours. And don't dilly-dally. When you've got the flag, just put down the suppressing fire, get a kill as needed, but don't just stop and try to shoot people. You want to get back to your flag as quickly as possible, as this guy goes for telephone poles like I hit when I'm trying to fly a helicopter. Because what can happen is your flag can get pulled. So every second that you waste, your flag can get taken out and pulled. So pull back up. Our flag's going to get returned right here. And there we go. There's one. But I'm not just happy with one. We're going to be the aggressor, and we're going to go for some more and try to support. If there are people back in your deployment, don't worry about it unless there's a lot. Then you got to follow the ant trail because they can really keep you down. Now, I popped smoke too late, but it ate my reactive. Spamming Q again, driver spamming Q. Don't have to kill all the mines. That's important. Just have to kill the mines that are in your immediate way because, again, these are spaced right. That's a smart engineer. Those are called what I would say delay mines. You can have kill clusters, which are a couple in a row, and then you can have that, where the guy literally has to take his time and shoot each mine separately because a splash isn't enough. So I was actually going to go out and grab it, but then one of the squad mates got out, and away we go again, and back as quick as I can go. No reactive left. If I take a good front shot, I might be disabled. And there goes a pretty close rocket. That was a good shot from that range. and away we go. So this is going to be flag cap number 2 as I'm taking an eye on what's behind me. Once you get far enough away, just take a look at what's behind you. So going again, and our flag is down in mid. Well, their flag that our teammates pull. And I'm going to try to support this, and this is the only time you really want to go mid. Don't go hunting for their tank and it gets returned, but there's a ton of stuff going on, so we're going to weed it out. Don't go hunting for their tank if it's in a bad spot. Let their tank go. If their tank is not defending within 100 to 200 meters of their flag, or it's not within 100 to 200 meters of your flag wreaking havoc, just simply let it go. And I'm literally going to clear out a couple of guys because that's what I do when I see lots of red dots. I start itching and stuff and say, oh, must kill, right? It's like a fix. But guess what else is going on while I'm killing these red dots? One of my squad mates' teammates is running back towards me knowing that I probably got my third seat still left over, and I'm going to give him a ride for that third flagpole. Look at that. Runs right through impending death. Now, I want to make sure I clear out a couple of these guys before we move on, because the last thing I want to do with having reactive down on my left side is basically pull ahead, or not having reactive on my rear, just pull ahead and take an ass shot and be disabled. Disabling is like pretty much the worst things that can happen to tanks when they're being contested. And again, return your own flag. Get on it. It burns faster. Too many times I see people 20 feet away just looking at the thing, and it's slowly ticking down. Just go ahead, camp your tank on it, put your infantry on it, just sit there. Now look how fast it's burning with a couple guys on it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this footage of being an aggressor on Operation Riverside. It is a lot of fun. Just remember, stay out of mid unless you've got a SOFLAM and Javelin there. That's a great spot to play is mid, but everybody else should be on the outside 2 lanes, either assaulting and defending, and make sure you help balance your team out. If you have too many assaulters, you're just going to get rolled. If you have too many defenders, you're never going to get flag cap, and they're eventually going to get one on you. As always, YouTubers, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting me, and if you enjoyed yourself and learned something, don't forget about the thumbs up and let the video spam start.